the pass, needs some help. Here's Giannis! Woo! Start the party!
Making shots like that.
Giannis, nice forcing job. The issue. Potty bucket and one for the Greek Freak. Turnover, a 3-on-1, and let it fly! There is a want and a will to try to figure this out. Giannis takes the contact. The first half, Giannis staying. Giannis, one-handed hammer to 10. Don't challenge the Greek Freak. He's got a couple blocks.
He takes off just beyond the dotted line. And
mic drop, Giannis.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy JD, and man, the Greek Freak has come a long way from being that skinny kid that the Bucks drafted and now being the Greek Freak, one of the faces of the NBA. And man, I got you guys today my Greek Freak Giannis Antetokounmpo build. If this build helps you out, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to give you the build, the animations, the jump shot, and everything, so sit tight. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Alright, so here we are in the builder. We're going to go ahead and put together this Giannis Greek Freak Antetokounmpo build. Now for the position, we're going to go the power forward position. For the height, as much as I'd like to go 6'10 or 6'11, I wasn't able to get all of the attributes and everything that I wanted on this build at either one of those heights. So we're actually going to go 7 foot for the height. Giannis is listed at 6'11, so only 1 inch difference, plus we're going to get more attributes to work with. For the weight on this one, Giannis is listed right around 240, 242, so we're going to go 240 on the weight, and then for the wingspan, we're going to leave it right here at 7'4". That's going to allow us to have some flexibility with some of the different attributes and everything like that as we get into the build here, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start down here with the physicals, again, just because they're tied in with some of the other badges and different things like that. For the speed, we're going to go up to a 70 for the speed on this. For the agility, we're going to go ahead and max that out at a 60. Being 7 foot tall, we're going to want to be able to move a little bit side to side, help get into the lanes, do all that type of stuff. So 60 for the agility. Now for the strength, Giannis would probably have like a 91, 95 strength, something like that. Again, just because of the different attributes and everything, we're going to go 83 on our strength. If you want to move some other attributes around, give some a little bit here to try to get some extra strength, you certainly can do that. But for this build, we're going to go 83 strength. You can see that'll give us brick wall on silver, and then we'll get box out beast pumped up a little bit once we get to our rebounding and everything like that. And then for the vertical, being 7 foot, want to have a nice vertical, and you've seen a bunch of my other videos. I just like that 80 vertical as a sweet spot for the different builds. Just I think it helps get rebounds, better animations for blocks, different things like that. So that's what we're going to do as far as the physicals go. Now moving over here to the finishing, it's going to be a big part of what we're doing here on this Giannis build. Now for the close shot, we're going to go 84 on the close shot. You can see that'll get us Paint Prodigy on silver. It's going to help you when you're underneath the hoop to get those quick layups, quick putback, layups and stuff like that when you're close to the hoop. It's also going to help you do the little close shots when you're just outside of the block. You do that kind of standing close shot move. It's going to help you execute those as well. Now for the driving layup, obviously Giannis is crazy good finisher around the rim when it comes to doing the Euro steps, all the hop steps, all that different stuff like that. Obviously most famously known for the Euros. But we're going to go up to an 88 on our driving layup, and then we're going to actually use 2 cap breakers to push this up to a 90. So that's going to end up giving us physical finisher on gold. It's going to end up giving us float game on gold as well. So that's what we're going to do for the driving layup. It's also going to get you access to the Giannis Antetokounmpo layup package and everything like that. Now, if you wanted to give up a little bit of attributes, you only need an 80 driving layup in order to get the Giannis Antetokounmpo package. If you could get by with physical finisher on silver, you could certainly back this down to 80 and then use some of those extra attributes. But for me, again, I wanted to be able to utilize those Euros and everything. I wanted to make this as true to a Giannis type of a build as possible. So 88 on the driving layup, plus 2 cap breakers. For the driving dunk, obviously Giannis going to put a lot of people on posters. Being 7 foot tall, we're going to go ahead and max this bad boy out. 87 on the driving dunk. That's going to get us access to some of the pro contact dunks off of 2. That's going to get us access to some of the alley-oop contact dunks and different things like that, as well as a lot of very nice dunk packages, which I can show you all of the animations and everything I'm using after the build is complete. Moving down to the standing dunk. This is one here again too. I kind of went back and forth on where to go. I was either going to go 81 on here, which will get you silver rise up. It'll get you the like pro under basket animations and everything like that. But oh man, this is a Giannis build, and when Giannis gets boards down low, especially he had a highlight the other night. He grabbed an offensive board, kind of did a little pump fake, and then just put a guy on a poster. So we're going to go ahead and go 85 on the standing dunk, and then we're going to put our other 5 cap breakers here to get us to that 90 standing dunk, which will get us gold rise up. You can see the aerial wizard over there on Hall of Fame. Going to get you access to, like I said, the big man elite contact dunks, some very nice dunk packages and all that. I kind of skipped over the driving dunk. You're going to get posterizer on silver as a tier 2 badge. I'm going to use my max +1 to put that up to gold. So I'll have gold posterizer with my 87 driving dunk and then my 90 standing dunk as well. So going to be very nice finishing around the rim. Like I said, whether you're attacking the rim, trying to dunk, whether you're getting rebounds and doing standing dunks down low, or if you're driving and trying to finish around the rim doing your different layups, your Euro steps, everything like that. As far as the post control goes, nothing too crazy here. Giannis does work a little bit in the post, mainly, he gets down there to do he's kind of picked up a nice little mid-range game over the last couple of years, kind of the mid-range fades and all that stuff. So I want to put a little bit of post control. Again, with that 90 standing dunk, you want to have a little bit to be able to move around. We're going to put a 75 post control on here. That's going to get us post powerhouse on silver, hook specialist on silver for what that's worth, and then post up poet and unpluckable both on bronze. I think both of those would be very nice to have as far as some different options for badges when working down in the post. Like I said, being a big man, sometimes you're going to get the mismatches at the power forward position. You're going to want to have a little bit of post control to be able to move and do some things down there. Now with that 75 post control, we're going to go ahead and take our mid-range all the way up to an 85. Like I said, Giannis has picked up a very nice mid-range game. He doesn't shoot too many threes anymore, but he's been rock solid from the mid-range. So we're going to go ahead and put some nice mid-range. We're going to go, like I said, 85, which will get us Deadeye on silver, set shot specialist on silver, and then we'll have that post-fade phenom on silver to go along with that 75 post control that we just talked about as well. So when you're working down on the post, again, if you can do, by having some of that post control on there, you can do some of them little post fake up and under type moves and all that good stuff too. But again, 85 mid range, it's going to get you access to a lot of very nice jump shot animations and everything. I'll show you the one I'm using here after the build is done, like I said, with all the other animations and stuff. Now I know Giannis hasn't been shooting a ton of threes lately, but I wanted to put a little bit of 3-point shot on this. This is 2K, and you still want to be viable on a build like this to be able to step out and knock down threes consistently. So we're going to put a 75 3-point shot on here. Nothing too crazy, but enough to get the job done. Again, with that 85 mid-range that we talked about, you're going to get access to some nice jump shots. You're going to be able to knock down shots, whether you're shooting from the 3 or in that mid-range area, very consistently. So that's what we're going to do as far as the shooting goes. For the free throw, we had some extra attributes left over, so we ended up putting this all the way up to a 79. I play a lot of rec, and 79 is more than enough to get the job done to knock down your free throws consistently. So that's what we're going to do for a free throw. Moving down to the playmaking. For the pass accuracy, Giannis obviously a very good passer. Averages right around, I think, 5 to 6-ish, 7. Don't quote me, I haven't looked at the stats. My bad on that. But he's consistently flirting with a triple-double. We want to have some pass accuracy on this build. We're going to go ahead and go 78 on the pass accuracy. Again, we're playing out of the power forward position. We are going to be able to grab boards, and we want to have a little bit of pass accuracy to be able to get the ball up the court. So we're going to have break starter on silver, along with dimer on silver to help our teammates out, especially when you're grabbing them offensive boards and then you're kicking them out to them to help knock down shots. And then you can have versatile visionary on bronze. Going to help with some of them tight window passes, throwing accurate lobs, different things like that as well. I think, like I said, if you're going to make a true, Giannis build using actual stats, this would be a little bit higher. But again, being it's 2K and we can only put so many stats into so many different places, we have to give a little bit. So 78 for the pass accuracy. For the ball handle, we're going to go ahead and max this thing out. That's why we stayed with the 7'4" wingspan, as much as I would have liked to max that out a little bit more. We're going to get a 70 ball handle, which will give us access to some pretty decent dribble moves. We're going to be able to move around a little bit, on a big man. You're going to get the pro dribble, a lot of pro dribble animations and different things like that. And then for the speed with ball, we're going to go ahead and max this out at a 60 as well. Again, we want to be able to move, whether it's getting up and down the court or, catching the ball on the free throw line and be able to attack the rim, utilize that, high driving layup and the contact dunks and everything that we have on this build. So 60 for the speed with ball will round out our playmaking. And then obviously a Giannis build has got to have some defense on it. Interior defense, we're not going too crazy here. 74 on the interior defense. Like I said, we're playing all the power forward position, we're playing a lot of rec center. You're probably going to have another center alongside of you. So you may not be the primary interior defender, but I want to have a little bit of defense on here to be able to help protect the paint when needed. It's going to get us post lockdown on bronze, and then when we go ahead and put up our block here, we're going to put our block up to an 84. That will get us paint patroller on silver, so it's going to help us protect the paint. You're going to see in some of the clips and everything, this build does a very good job of doing that, as well as getting a lot of very nice blocks. We do have the high flying denier on silver as well. Again, maybe a Giannis build might push 93. I think 84 is probably a pretty nice threshold for a Giannis type of a build though. For the perimeter defense and the steal, Giannis is pretty good perimeter defender. Being 7 foot tall, we're not able to get clamps or do anything too crazy on this, but we are going to take it up to a 62, which will give us immovable enforcer on bronze and off-ball pest on bronze, just to help be a little bit buggy on the defensive side of things, help cut off lanes and different things like that. We've got a decent strength at an 83, so that immovable enforcer will help kick in and cut those off. And then for our steal, again, just going 60, nothing too crazy on this, just the minimum to get that interceptor on bronze to help play some lanes. As you can see in some of the clips and stuff like that, we're still able to get some of them on ball bump steals and rips and stuff like that. So 60 for the steal, I think pretty solid for a 7 foot, big that's made up the way this one is currently constructed. And then for the rebounding, we're going to go ahead. I like the offensive rebound a little bit higher in this build, especially for the people that I run with. Our big man is more of a stretch type of a big, so being able to have a high offensive rebound and protect the paint when he's on the outside shooting is definitely going to be a key thing for this build. We're going to go 92 on the offensive rebound, and then we're going to go ahead and max out that defensive rebound here with our remaining attributes at an 80. As you can see, that's going to end up giving us box out beast, pogo stick, and rebound chaser all on gold. Now, if you wanted to use your cap breakers in a different place, like I talked about, if you wanted to take that standing dunk down to an 81, or you wanted to take your driving layup down to an 80, you could push this offensive rebound using these same specifications up to a 96 to get that rebound chaser on Hall of Fame if you wanted to go that way. And then you could use a max +1 and put it up to legend, if you wanted to go somewhere along those lines. For me personally, this is how I have the build set up, pretty solid all around. The build snags really well. Again, having that 80 vertical, 7'4" wingspan, still got some, decently long arms. You're 7 foot tall. Having the gold rebound chaser and everything, able to do the job on the defensive end. So that's going to be the build. You can see it's a pretty solid build. Offensive, a little more heavy on the offensive and finishing around the rim. They say Giannis is nothing but a rim runner, a rim attacker, and we definitely wanted to have this build showcase some of those types of things. Now, when we move and get the shades of, we get shades of Chris Webber, Paolo Banchero, and Evan Mobley. Don't get specific shades of Giannis just because of the way we set some of the attributes up specifically for this build, but those are still some pretty good, shades of players. You can see the build name is inside the arc board hunter. I think that's a pretty cool name. Now, I know if you choose the Denver Nuggets, you can keep jersey number 34 if you're looking to wear that in the rec or anything like that. So that's going to go ahead and do it for the build. I'm going to show you the animations and the jump shot and stuff before we get out of here, so let's go check those out real quick. Alright, so here's the build. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you guys just a quick update on it. You see it is a 99 overall currently. We put those 2 cap breakers that I was talking about on our driving layup so we could get that 90 driving layup, and then our other 5 on the standing dunk to give us 90 standing dunk. Now, I do get one more cap breaker for hitting level 40 when I get there for this season. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I know there's one more to the speed to get it up to a 71. You know, the strength, we could start adding some there. Eventually, at some point down the line, I'll probably hit that 2 and get another additional 5 cab breaker. So, not quite sure exactly which direction we're going to go with that. Maybe we'll add it to our pass accuracy. Not quite sure, like I said. If you want to see the badges real quick, we don't quite have them all maxed out yet, but these are the current badges. You can see we don't have our tier 1 max +1 yet, but we are using our current max +1 on our posterizer, as I mentioned before. As far as the animations go, I told you I would show you those. These are the animations that I'm currently using. You can see we're using the Giannis Antetokounmpo layup style, the Paolo Banchero go-to shot, normal 2 dribble pull-up. I haven't really found another big man dribble pull-up that is smooth and has that nice little kind of like a leaning fadeaway on it. A lot of them are very stiff and stuff like that. So normal 2 is what I've been rocking with. You can see the different other animations and stuff that I'm currently using. As far as my pass style, I've been moving these back and forth between the Ja Morant pass style and the De'Aaron Fox. Currently I'm using the De'Aaron Fox. I haven't really used that one a whole lot. You can see you need a 77 pass accuracy for that one. So I've been testing it out. I don't think it's too bad, honestly. Dribble style, you can see with that 70 ball handle and the 60 speed with ball, we can get the Zion Williamson dribble style, which is pretty decent dribble style to have, especially for a big man. Helps you move around a little bit. And then you can just see the other dribble animations and different things like that. Again, a lot of pro animations. You can see a couple of Joel Embiid animations, and then I'm using the Zach LaVine triple threat style. So again, nothing too fancy here. Again, whether these are our best moves, quote unquote, you know, who knows. As far as the jump shot goes, I'm using the Jonathan Isaac base with the Kevin Durant and Marvin Bagley, the third uppers. I did switch my uppers for my previous jump shot. I was using Jonathan Isaac with LaMarcus Aldridge and Tim Duncan, but I've currently switched this up and just a better, smoother jump shot. I kind of like the way this is set up a little bit better. I'll probably rock with this one on my other builds as well. You can see we've got it just under halfway between push and release, 3/4 release speed, and then the blending is 84% Kevin Durant and 16% Marvin Bagley. You can see the grades and everything over there on the right hand side. Pretty solid all around. Jump shot, give you that nice A+ release height and the defensive immunity. So those are the animations. That is the jump shot. You guys have seen the build. Appreciate you guys for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoy this build. I've only had it for a handful of days, but I'm having a lot of fun on it. I can see myself doing a lot more gameplay and using this build a lot more going forward. So again, before you head out, I'm going to leave a card here if you want to check out the other builds and the face creations and stuff like that I've done. I'm probably going to do an updated Giannis face creation, as this one is a little bit different than my current Giannis face creation, so definitely stay tuned for that. Before you head out of here, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. We're on that road to 6,000 subscribers. It's been your boy JD. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.